Welcome back. We're gonna be continuing from where we stopped last time, and we were on chapter 13. We saw it was like ban, which is class. Okay, easy. Then we looked at zhang, means to grow or to develop. Then there is also xia. Remember we covered all this in the 13th chapter in this lesson, and we had reached on lesson 4 of chapter 13, and is the last lesson in this chapter. There are new words like Bingwan, Bingwan, which is hotel. Then there is Yizhi. Yizhi, it's an adverb, means straight. Yizhi, straight, all along. And then there is Wang, okay, which means towards. And then there's Lukou, which means crossing or crossroads. Can also mean intersection where two or more roads meet. Lu is a road, and then Kou is that crossing. All right, so let's read through this dialogue one more time. We can see two persons in the provided picture in this lesson. Then there is 请问, which is a formal way. When you meet someone, you'd like to talk to them politely. You want to ask about something, then 请问, it's like excuse me, you're trying to be polite. 这里新京宾馆. This 新京宾馆 is a name of this 宾馆, okay? 新京 is a name of the hotel, 宾馆 hotel. I hope you remember. 新京宾馆. And then we also learned yuan in the previous lessons of this book. Yuan means far. So the person is asking, probably is showing this person, trying to ask for direction. So he's wondering if where he is right now, 这, which is 这 is here. 离, okay. 离 is describing distance. Okay, has to do with distance. Then 离 should be there. 这离, is it 新京宾馆园? Is it far from 新京宾馆? And then person B says 不远. 走路, what is 走路? Because 走 is to walk, 路 is the road, so literally walking. 20分钟, 20 minutes, 就到. So it takes 20 minutes to reach. If you cannot read the characters below, then for the characters you cannot read, just look at the opinion on top of the characters. But keep in mind that the new HSK 3.0 has no opinion, so it's always better to look at the Chinese characters and familiarize yourself with them. Write as more characters as you can. Then you'll be familiar with them. So then he comes back again with another question, says 你能告诉我怎么走吗? 你能, can you? Okay. He says 20 minutes from here. You can reach to the place you're going to. 请问 here, okay, so he was polite because he's a stranger. Maybe this guy doesn't know him. He's just here trying to do his job, and then this one maybe is a tourist coming from another country, and then he just wants to know if where he is close to the Bingwan, to the hotel he's trying to go to. And then here he says, 你能 can you 告诉 what is 告诉 tell. Yes, 告诉 means to tell. So 你能告诉我怎么走吗 Are we together? 你能告诉我怎么走吗 Can you tell me how to get there? Okay. Could you tell me how to get there? 怎么走 For example, you can see the place on a map, or you can see it from afar, but you don't know. Maybe there are many roads to reach there. There's a long way, and then there are shortcuts, And if you're to walk, then it's better to consider maybe shortcuts. And then it says 你能告诉我怎么走吗 And then the guy says B. He says 从这儿 He says 从这儿 Cong is from, okay? Cong is easy to write. If you know how to write a person in Chinese, is ren, right? So you duplicate this ren, and then you have a new word which is cong, okay? Two persons make another new word which is cong. So 从这儿一直 Look, 从这儿一直 What does 一直 mean in this case? It means straight, okay? 从这儿一直往前走 This lesson is very important because it's mostly used, most especially when you reach to a new place and you're trying to ask for direction. So, or maybe you're trying to tell someone direction in Chinese. 一直 straight, okay? This word is 往前走. So you see 往 then plus the direction. 前 is in front. Okay, 往前走. So walk straight, okay? Ahead or in front from here. And then 往前走, so it means walk straight. And then 到了, okay? When you reach 前面, you see it is the same 前 in the 往前走 here. So it says 到了前面到了前面 when you reach in front 前面的路口 when you reach in the first crossing, okay, in front 在 this 在 means again, okay, remember that 在往右走 at the crossing, okay, or where the roads meet, then take the right turn, okay, or turn right. 往右 because this 右 okay, so it says let's repeat again 从这儿一直往前走 okay, up to here you understand? If you're understanding up to here, let us know. You can put your comments in the chat box, or if you understood until here, you can send one in the chat box. 从这儿一直往前走，到了前面 when you reach in front， 前面的路口，到了前面的路口再往右走 okay? So you just need to walk straight, and when you reach at the first crossing, turn right. Turn right at the first crossing. Are we learning? All right, so let's look at the j. J is a structure particle and has been used in one of the lessons in this chapter, so let's just know how it is used. This is man, okay, which is a door. So it says a verb is followed by a structure particle j, okay. In this case, they're saying a verb, so you need to mark this down. A verb is followed by a structure particle j, can indicate a continuation of a certain state. Okay, it indicates what? The continuation. For example, this is the structure subject, verb plus j. Okay, so this j comes after the verb and then object. So let's look at the first example. It says, Men kai j. Okay, Men kai j. This is the title of the lesson that we just covered. Men kai j. The door is open. So it means the door is not open just maybe 1 minute and then closes. No, it's open. It's the continuation of that state of the door being open. Men kaijo, the door is open. Okay. Men kaijo no. Someone, the door is open, the person knocks and then you'll be like, Men kaijo, Qingjian, the door is open, please come in. Okay. Men kaijo, Men kaijo. This is so easy. Tamen, example number 2 says, Tamen. This character here, some of you might not be familiar. It is Chuan. And for those who want the pinyin version, this is how we write it. It's written as Chuan, like this. Chuan. And this Chuan means to wear, okay, to wear clothes. Chuan yifu, chuan, to put on clothes. Chuan, okay. Let me put it like this. Okay. Chuan with the first tone. So you put the tone at a, okay. This is chuan, it means to put on clothes. Chuan. So it says tamen. Tamen means them, okay, or they. Tamen 穿着红色的衣服. So 他们穿着红色的衣服 means they are putting on. 他们穿着红色的衣服. They are putting on, or they are dressing red clothes. All right, example number 3 says, ta. This ta is for she. Okay, pay attention. This is for she. It says, ta na zhe, ta na zhe, ta na zhe. She is holding. Na. Do you remember na? It's in one of the new words that we learned at the beginning. We are doing the matching exercise. Ta na zhe qian bi. What is qian bi? Pencil. Na zhe qian bi. She's holding qian bi. So the next grammar point is may, and it is a negative form, just like bu. Okay, so we know bu is a negative form. You can follow me to write. So remember, in Chinese, when you're writing Chinese characters, you need to follow the following rules: top to bottom, left to right, inside to outside. So after finishing top, this is hang, and then this is Pierre, then you draw shu, and then after shu, you put na. Okay, so this is bu. This is the character bu, the negative form, and then there is the negative form may. This may is written like this. You first draw the 3 drops of water, In Chinese, they are called 三点水. Okay. So anything that is related to beverages, water, you're most likely to see this 三点水 at the beginning. So we are writing May. This is May. Yes. Last time I recommended an app for people who are using Android. If you want to practice your Chinese characters, it's recommended to use Hanpin Pro. It's called Hanpin. You can download this app on your Android. It's like a dictionary. Hanpin. Yeah, you can go on your Google Play Store and then type in Hanpin Pro like this. Then you can download it. You can download it. It's like a dictionary. It's very convenient. And then for those who are using iPhone, you can download an app called Pleco. I think it comes with the phone. Yeah, it's called Pleco. It's also like a Chinese dictionary. So you can draw you can draw the Chinese characters. There's a part of writing the Chinese characters. Yeah. So it's very important. It's called Pleco for iPhone users. Alright, so now let's continue. May is added before the verb, okay? So first we know it's a negative form, and then we know how it's written, and then it's used before the verb. We know where it's positioned. So let's look at the examples below. Subject, men, okay? Previously, we know men kaijo, the door is open. That's a positive, it's an affirmative sentence. And then we want to make it negative, so may come. So you see we have the verb after the subject, and then between the subject and the verb, that's where may is positioned, okay? After the subject and before the verb. So in this case, we shall read men may kai, okay? Men may kaijo. Are we together? Because this may is negating the verb, okay? What is a verb? It's a doing word. And then in this sentence, men kaijo, if we remove this verb, then, you know, it doesn't make sense. So this verb should be negated by may. Men may kaijo. Then example number 2, tamen. Okay, previously we know they are putting on red clothes. This word, this object, 红色 is red. 红色的衣服, red clothes, red attires. And then we want to say that they are not putting on. So you say, 他们没穿着. Remember here we are saying, 他们穿, see, 他们穿着, they are putting on. And then here, right before chuan, we put may. You see? Let me give it a different color. So here, before the verb, you put may, you put may, we put may, and then in this case you're making it negative. Are we together? See this may. See this may here. It makes all the difference. The whole sentence becomes negative because of this may. Are we together? 大家都明白了吗? So here it says 她没拿着. She's not holding what? 铅笔. What is 铅笔? We learned it last time. 铅笔 pencil. 铅笔. 铅笔 like this. Pencil. The next one is interrogative form. So we know positive, negative, and then interrogative. The word here is 没有. It's added at the end of the sentence. Okay? End of the sentence. So first of all, we know this interrogative. In Chinese, it's 没有. It's close to this one because this one is 没 and it's negative. And then this one is 没有, which is the interrogative form at the end of the sentence. Interrogative. It's like asking. Then there should be a question mark after this 没有 because it's at the end of the sentence. Let's look at the 例如. 例如, this word 例如. 例如, example. For example, we have 门. Look, 门开着. And then after saying it as it is, okay, originally, then you add 没有. Are we together? 门开着没有? So it's like you want to know. The first option, look, you can break this sentence into two. Okay, you can say from here. You can say from here. 门开着. Okay, you can say it like this. It's one section. And then this 没有 is another part. Okay, so the listener or you who is asking the question, in your mind you already know, okay, it's either, okay, let's say this one you call it A. Okay, this one you call it A and this one you call it B. So you're either expecting answer A or answer B. Okay, and then the person will be like 门开着, and then we'll say, okay, the door is open. What if the door is not open? Then say 没有. Are we together? 门没开着. So that's why it's interrogative. When you ask, you're either expecting A or B, you're either expecting yes or no, you're either expecting true or false. So that's why it's pretty interesting. I find it interesting, and I hope you also do, because here they're giving you option. Okay, 门开着. Is it opened or not? This 没有 is or not. Okay, the first sentence A is positive, then this one is negative. So when you put negative, when you put positive and negative together, you get interrogative. Are we together? Then let's look at sentence number 2. It says 他们穿着 see 红色的衣服没有. Let's go back to the very first 着. Look, 门开着. So here we are saying 门开着, and then we stop here, and then we say this one is just like continuation of a state, and then here they are adding 没有 to make it what? To make it an interrogative with a question mark. So that's the logic behind. You say this sentence as it is in the positive form, affirmative form, and then you put 没 at the end, and then you have interrogative. It's pretty easy, right? Are we following? Okay, so let's look at so 他们穿着红色的衣服没有. So you say 没有 if the answer is no. If they're they're not putting on the red clothes, then you say 没有. If it's true they're putting on the red clothes, then you say 他们穿着是的他们穿着红色的衣服. You say 对的是的他们穿着红色的衣服. Example number 3 says 他手里 手里 in his hands 拿着铅笔 okay he's holding a pencil in his hands or not. Yeah, this is an interrogative sentence. So we have now the next one, which is 反问句也是哒哒哒吗 It's often used to remind someone. Okay, remind, this is important. It's used to remind someone of something or to show confusion or okay. First of all, is to remind someone of something or to show confusion or dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction. Yeah, whatever. So example number one says 不是说今天有雨吗？不是说 Didn't you say there it's going to rain today? 怎么没下 Yes. Yeah, somebody said dissatisfaction. Yeah. Number two, 你不是北京人吗 See, 你不是北京人吗 Are you not from Beijing? 这么不会说北京话 How comes you cannot speak the Beijing dialect? So realize even where from maybe in the north they have their dialect, in the south they have their, maybe it might be a different language or the same language, but the way they speak it is a bit different. So it's the same in China. They're all Chinese. The north, the dialect might be different from the dialect in the south, in the east, and the west. Yeah, so this person is actually confused. How comes you're from Beijing and you cannot speak? 这么不会说北京话 And then example number 3, we've probably seen it in one of the lessons above. He says, 她是你的女朋友. 她是你的女朋友. She is your girlfriend. So he's reminding him, 她不是有男朋友了吗? Okay, so we read this. 她不是有男朋友吗? Doesn't she have a boyfriend? You see, maybe in a state of confusion. Yeah. So that is 不是。不是说今天有雨吗? Didn't you say it's gonna rain? 怎么没下? How comes it didn't rain? Okay, let's look at Wang. Let's look at Wang. If you didn't really get the previous grammar points that we just mentioned, you can go through this lesson later after class. Then you can pause, you can ask questions in the chat box. Then we shall get back to you as soon as possible. Just one preposition. So this preposition one, this one is used to indicate direction. Okay, mark this down. Direction. One. For example, example number 1 says 从这儿往前走 from here walk straight. Repeat 往前走往前走 walk straight 就是我们学校 then you reach to our school. Okay, somebody wants to know how to reach to our school. And you say 从这儿 from here 往前走 continue or walk straight. Okay, 就是我们学校 then the place you reach to is our school. Are we together? Yes, thanks for understanding. Thanks, Shane. I see your comments in the chat box. Amazing, amazing. I'm glad you're learning. So, example number 2 says what? It says, 你看, look, 你看, 你看, 往左走是医院. It says, look, let's say they're using a navigation map, let's say Google Maps, and then 你看, look, 往左, what is 左? Left. 往左走是医院. When you walk towards the left, 往右走是银行. Then on the right, when you walk towards the right, it's a bank. So to the left, it's 医院 hospital. And then to the right, 银行 is the bank. And when you walk towards the ahead, okay, straight ahead, 到了前面, when you reach in front, 到了前面的路口, actually this one I just saw it on the previous lesson. Then this is the 作业. I'll take a screenshot of it. Yeah. This is, have to submit it. Yeah, can submit it. Yeah, I'll paste it later on our WhatsApp platform. Don't forget to like so far, and if you're watching for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the description box. Yeah, give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying our lessons so far. And by doing that, you'll be helping more students to find out these helpful lessons, and also you'll be supporting our work. Then you'll be having more and more lessons. Yes, and this wonderful content. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Okay, so these are the questions. So you need to answer these questions based on the dialogues. Okay, this is important. Based on the dialogues. So you need to go through the dialogues all the way from 1, 2, 3, 4 of chapter 13. Then come and answer this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. Okay. Then you can submit on my WhatsApp number, or yeah, if you know, you can submit in our group also, if you don't mind. This is my number, 77421656191. Yeah. Or on WeChat 130 6308572. Yeah, wherever it's convenient for you. You can text me, and then yeah, I'll help you through. Yeah, this is another work. So here we have the first one. If you want to know how to do this, you first have to look at the picture here provided. This person is holding, let's say this is a pencil, okay, trying to draw something. So here you can come and say ta na jo, because we have the word in the brackets, right? So you can use the same word they gave you. Ta na jo, 铅笔. tana 就铅笔 because we have na in the brackets here. Okay, see the provided words here in the brackets and use them. Also use the what they gave you here, like what you see in the picture. So this one you can describe it. This guy is putting on a trouser and a t-shirt, so you can describe by using the words that we learned also. Alright, so there's this radical here. Yeah, there's this radical. We can have a look at it. Yeah, just to understand it and how it's used. So the radical here, let's first know how it is used. The radical, okay, this one is related to access or the action of cutting. Related to access or cutting or whittling. So let's look at the example here. It says Shin. Okay, this Shin means new. And then you have Suo, which is place. Okay. Suo, place. So it is a Chinese radical. And then we have this one. So this radical here, as it is used, is related to human head or face. For example, the word yen means face or look, and they have shi, which is beard or mustache. Shi. Yeah, so yeah, there's a pair work. Here was example 往前走 walk straight, 往后跑 run but backwards. 跑 is to run, okay? 往左看 look towards the left. 往右走 turn right. Yeah, so once you understand all this, you can really go through all these provided works in this book. Try to discover, using the background of what we learned in the dialogues. Yeah, there's also this part. And then this brings us to chapter 14. Yes. You can try to do the exercises in chapter 13. Closing of chapter 13 has a couple of them, and send them to me. I'll not ignore. I promise. This says 你看过那个电影吗？你看过那个电影吗？ Have you ever or have you seen that movie? Have you watched that movie? 你看过那个电影吗？ This is chapter 14. Second last chapter of this book. And then let's look at the pictures, A, B to F. So one says 电影院, which is okay. I want us to do this together. Yeah, you can write the corresponding letters in the chat box. Yeah, then we shall fill this together. It's more of a game, so it's like matching. Maybe for number one, is it A, is it B, is it C, is it D, is it picture A, E, or is it F? If we are so for number one, yeah, what is it? And then there is number two, which is down. Number two is down. So what does down mean? Is it B? Is it A? Is it C? D, E, or F? And then there is qing. Yeah, there's qing. There's qing. Which letter is qing? Let's do the matching two. And then there is yi bai. Yes, last time we learned the numbers. Did you understand the numbers? Did you understand the numbers? Yes, yi bai. What is yi bai? What does yi bai mean? Which number is that? Yes, I'm waiting for your answers in the chat box. Okay, and then there's number five, da dianhua. Da dianhua means what? What does it mean? Doing what? And then number six is war. War. So what does war mean? Okay. War means what? Okay. Number one, 电影院 means what? Okay, somebody says F. Number one is F. So you can say number one equals, okay, for example, if number one matches with F, then you can say number one and then the equal sign. Maybe you say, okay, let me do number one for you. 电影院 means the movie theater, okay, where people watch movies. So it's letter D. It's clear that letter D is the movie theater. This one, D, like this. Yeah. So you come here on number one and then you put D. Okay, so somebody says number one equals A. Not really. 电影院 is a movie theater. It's D actually. Number one is D. 电影院. How about number two? Okay, somebody says number four is F. Let's see, brother Comfort. Number four is F. Okay, very good. Number four is F. That's true. F. You first do what you know. If you don't know something, you can skip and go to the next one. Then the remaining answers will be for the remaining. Yeah, that's a good strategy. So even when you're doing the HSK exam, you don't do things you just first skip the things that you don't know. Yeah, if you don't know, then you don't know. Just skip it and then first feel what you know. So da dianhua. We learned this da dianhua, remember. What does it mean? Number five. Da dianhua. Okay, very good. 打电话 is to make a phone call. So which letter is that? Somebody says number 5. Yes, 打电话 is to make a phone call. That's true. Well done, well done. Well done, well done, well done, well done, well done. To make a phone call, 打电话. So which picture shows someone making a phone call? On number 5, is it A or C? Somebody in the chat box says number 5 is A, and somebody says making a phone call is person A. Look, this person, is he making a phone call? Person A, or is it B? This baby here is, okay, number 5 is C. Okay, that's true, because you see this person is making a phone call. That's true. So number 5, come out number 5. When you're doing the exam, you just come on number 5 and then put C like this. And then there is, okay, we still have number 2 unanswered. Number 2 is down. First, you need to understand down means what. I'm waiting for the answer for number 2. Which letter? D. Number 2 is A. Okay, that's true. A has been answered frequently, but finally it has gotten a place. So A is for number 2. Okay. A is for number 2, which is dang. So dang means waiting. Yes, very good. Dang is to wait. Oh, well done. Is it Mr. or Miss or Mrs.? I see singing. Who is singing fingers? Yeah, well done. Well done. Well done. Yeah, please text me on WhatsApp. Yeah, you've been so interactive. I want to appreciate you. Yeah, so dang. Yeah, I like the interaction tonight. So then we have qing. Number 3. Number 3 is qing. So what does qing mean? Qing. Is it letter? Now we still have letter E. First of all, you need to know qing. Okay. And then there is war. War means what? There is B and E. So what does war mean? What does qing mean? You can type in the chat box. Brother Comfort, 同学谁了？同学 Comfort, 同学 What are your answers, please? What are your answers? What are your answers? Qing means qing. Okay, it's letter E. And then war is letter do is E. And then war is B. Qing means wife? Really? Someone says Qing means wife. Is that true? Which dictionary are we using? Which dictionary are we using? So Qing can mean when the weather is sunny, okay, or it's clear. Well done, nice trial. Yeah, nice try, brother Carfel. So this Qing here, it means sunny or clear. It's not cloudy. So you see it's written like this. You write the shu and then hangzhe and then hang and then hang again. So this is ri. This is the character for the sun, if you remember. Yes, yes. The wife in Chinese is qizi, and then this qing means something else. So this is the character for the sun, if you remember. It's like ri, ri. And then after writing the sun, there is this qing, okay? You write these three hong, these three horizontal lines, and then you connect them with one shu, with one vertical line. And then there is yue below. Yue means the moon. So you see the moon and the sun together, and on top of them there is this hang 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 shu, hang hang shu. So this is qing in Chinese, which is sunny. So you can see the sun, okay, on letter E. It is sunny. Maybe it's in summer. Yeah. Actually, right now it is summer. It is summer in China. Are we together? So now we have war, which is to play. War, to play or to have fun, just like this kid here on letter B. War. Okay, so you can have a look on the matching that we just did, because these words we're going to be using them in the next lessons that we're going to be looking at. All right. So now let's look at the pictures and say the names of the things in Chinese. So I have picture number 1, have picture number 2, number 3, and then number 4. Can you see the names of these things? Your contributions are welcome in the chat box. How do you say these things in Chinese? We learned all of them. Yeah, feel free. Maybe write number 1 is called so and so and so and so. Number 2 is blah 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 blah. Number 3, number 4. Yes. Don't worry, this is the last thing that we are doing tonight, and then we shall call it a wonderful night. So feel free to chat and interact in the chat box. You'll be remembered for that. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have like 2 to 3 minutes to the end of our class. Maybe 4. Yeah, so your comments are welcome. Okay, somebody says number 3. Number 3 is Dianhua. Very good. So thank you so much. In the chat box, we see number 3 is Dianhua. Dianhua, very good. How about number 2 and number 4? Okay, I'm waiting. Somebody says number 2 is Dianying. Very good. Dianying. What does Dianying mean? What does Dianying mean? Thank you very much, Comfort and Shayla. Dianying means what? Somebody says number 4 is Swanji. Actually, how about number 1? Okay, so number 1 can be 电视, right? 电视, television, right? 电视. Number 2, 电影. Number 3, 电话. Number 4, 电脑, computer. Am I right? So let's read through one more time. Look at the picture. 看下面的图片，然后用汉语说出他们的名字 then use Chinese or say their names in Chinese. Okay. So number one is 电视. This is television. Maybe it's more analog, but it's a television. Yeah. Then number two, 电影 movie. Yeah, movie. 电话. This is a 电话 telephone, analog, and then there is 电脑. 电脑 is a computer. You see, there is a monitor. There's a keyboard. There is a CPU, and then there is a mouse. So all this set is a 电脑. So well done, well done. Well done, everyone. 谢谢大家。非常非常感谢大家。Thanks everybody for joining in tonight. So the next time we come, we shall be learning lesson 1 of chapter 14. So don't miss, and I'd say 周末愉快. Don't forget to like. More hearts, more likes if you enjoyed the class tonight. Subscribe and share with your friends for more wonderful content, for more helpful content like this. So I'll see you next time, and yeah, 周末愉快. 周末愉快. Have a nice weekend. 周末愉快. You can say 再见. Yeah, you can say 再见. You can say 晚安. You can say 周末愉快. You can say 谢谢. Yeah. All these are ways of salutation. Yep. So this is the next lesson.